right, ladies and gents. Listen, I love content, all right? I'm all about content. I'm all about producing the best commentary I can, all right? But my theory to get one of my videos to 1 billion views is to simply cast from an area where there's a lot of people. So here we have a real-world map. This is India, and I am hoping, India, that you could make this video go viral, potentially. I don't know. I think we tried it before. It didn't do very well, and the game kind of sucked. But we've got 8 players. We've got 8 kings, and they've all started in different locations. Fair warning, I fell asleep in geography. I didn't pay attention in geography. I just suck overall with geography compared to the average individual. My apologies in advance. India, I do not know where these various areas are, but maybe we'll learn a lot together here in this game. We're going to start over here in the east, because I think this is notable. We've got Vikings for C-Bomb. C-Bomb is, again, in an area that I cannot really reference here, but C-Bomb has a nice little pocket of space, and that could be good, that could be bad, depending on how the game plays out. But this is a huge map. So I imagine C-Bomb's not going to be attacked anytime soon. In the red, we have Stemple 2000 playing as the Saracens. Actually, a really good civilization for a really expansive map. Lots of variety of options there for Stemple. In the very north of the map, then, we have that guy, Mo. Apparently, first time on the stream, first time trying to play in a community game, and got in. Congratulations, that guy, Mo, playing as the Turks. In the orange, we have Dominius playing as the Vietnamese. Excuse me. Again, a Vietnamese, I think, a really good civilization for these types of games. Moving along down to the west, we have Emu Warrior playing as the Teutons. I think Emu is obsessed with the Teutons, and I think Emu is the highest ranked player here, so we'll see how that ends up playing out. In the green, we have Urza playing as the Franks. In the yellow, we have NCPT playing as the Koreans. And then, last but not least, in the gray, in the south, we have the Mongols. I consider the Mongols to be one of, if not the best, civilizations in these types of games. So, Mongols should be strong. Starting position is interesting. And gray will be required to expand a lot towards the north. But, you see how far I have to move before we get to the north? This map is huge. So when you do real-world maps, some of them are not large, but they're... Okay, help me out. So we have... It's obviously large, which is 8-player. And then I think there's big. And then I think there's ludicrous. Maybe there's only ludicrous. But anyways, there is a size above large. And ludicrous is the biggest one, which compared to a large map is quite big. This definitely feels like it is bigger than a standard map. All right. Sorry I can't come to you with more India facts here, or any India facts at all, but that's the risk we take when we play in the real world. I can tell you, my brother had a fascinating story. He went to a wedding in India, and he got his wallet stolen by a monkey when he was on a tour of some kind. I think it was his wallet. I forget exactly what it was. Anyways, he got it back. He got it back, but it was a whole thing. If he's ever on the stream again, maybe he can tell that story. Chatter has started here, and I will say that C-Bomb and Emu know each other very well. The Emu says, where's Eggbase when you need him? And they're talking about Arbase, who's one of my mods here. I don't think Arbase is here, but Arbase is pretty active in the community, and they call him an egg. Why do they call him an egg? Oh, he's in chat. Okay. Why do they call him an egg? Well, maybe Arbase can tell us. Arbase, what do you do that resembles an egg? Please explain. We don't know. I don't know where it started, but that is who they're referencing here. All right, so some chatters continue. They're all allied to each other right now, and Dominique says, "Pushing deer at the moment. Slow to respond. Please hold. A Vietnamese representative will be with you shortly." I love that. Okay, someone says, T90, the location of Gray is Dravidians. That is interesting how we didn't get any Indian civilizations here. I feel like that's sacrilege. Maybe we should have forced that. Okay, so this is where the Dravidians would be. And Emu Warrior is where the Gurjaras would be. And then red is where the Bengalis would be. All right. Well, good to know. Good to know. Good to know. I like how you didn't tell me the actual city or area of India. You Age of Empires did for me. I like that. You simplified the... Like, now I'm interested, you know? Give me an Age of Empires civilization. Let's go. Do know, people, if you ever travel to those locations, there will not be a single knight to be found. So just keep that in mind. All right, so Dominius experienced. Emu experienced. I have a theory. I think Emu is going to be strong, but Emu and C-Bomb, I think there's going to be that special connection. I think they may recognize that Dominius is a threat. Maybe there's this whole cross-world, or India, alliance thing. As for the others, I can't say too much. That guy Mo is playing for the first time. Urza, I'm not too sure on. But everyone's pretty chill for now, so we've got time to relax. Time to hang out. Someone says Sri Lanka is the booger of the nose. That's not fair. We might have some people watching from Sri Lanka. This is supposed to grow the community. The booger of the nose? Is this the booger? Is this the booger with your explanation? Is this the nose? Okay. I don't know. Thank you, Hermetica, for the raid. Salutes in chat. Welcome to all your viewers. Sorry we're talking about boogers. It's not my fault, actually. It's definitely someone else's fault. But I feel like with the map being so big, with it being so massive, location might be one of the biggest things that you want to base your alliances on. Hey, Emu talking to Green already. Because Green said, want to take Gray into the team, perhaps. So they're thinking about hugging this shoreline and working together. Now, if you did start in the north, by the way, you can't dock. That hurts you massively. Having fishing ships is really important. So these maps are not fair, necessarily. See how it goes. Blazin says, guys, if I want all the new civs, not just the last 2 or 3, do I need to buy every single DLC? Yes. You can buy, like, one DLC will give you, depending on the DLC, a couple of civilizations, but you would need to buy, like, what, 6 DLCs at this point to have all the new civs? So, obviously, if you buy the base game, you get, like, I forget the amount, like 25, 30 civilizations included in that, and then the expansions are otherwise, so. You were hoping it wouldn't be like that. Got it. Yep, it's a bit tricky to get them all. But sometimes they go on discount. They might even be on discount now. I don't know the exact situation there, but... R-Base says, Victors and Vanquish didn't have a new civ. True. Yeah, so you wouldn't want to get that one. And R-Base says, I still deny Romans are a civ to this day. The Romans thing was interesting because they announced it wasn't part of ranked, right? So it was never their plans for it to be one of the civs. But a lot of people got upset about that, and I bet you pre-orders were canceled, and they backtracked on that. I will agree that that was the weirdest DLC, and I'm kind of in your camp there, R-Base. The adding of the Romans was very weird. All right, so apparently they're going to auto-scout. We might potentially have some trade. We have that guy Mo speaking to C-Bomb about some trade. Ooh, okay, so since the map is much larger than a normal map, it should then be possible for them to get more gold per trade trip because the amount of gold you get per trip is based on the distance. So we could have like 300 or 400 gold per trip potentially. So Red also, Red does say this to everybody, says let's be mates, Blue. And listen, just imagine you're in a room, okay? You just met all these people, and you're trying to meet new friends. And then one guy says to the other guy, hey, you want to be friends? And the other guy's like, yeah, let's do it. How are you going to feel if you're just standing there not being asked to be friends? I just don't agree with the strategy there from Red, but that's just an easy way for him to chat. Chat settings are much more difficult than these games may make it seem. But apparently, Red is making it clear to the world that he only wants to be friends with blue. Emu says water trade gives a lot more gold, if I recall. I don't think water trade gives a lot more gold. I just think that it is sometimes easier to get the distance down. I actually didn't think about that. Ooh, so this area becomes very important for trade if they're going to trade across the sea. Like, look at this, guys. This trade cog, or I guess we got to wait till one comes back. The trade cart's bringing in 82 gold per trip, and it's not even across half the map, and the trade cogs are about the same. But yeah, I don't actually know. Maybe the trade cog does give a little bit more gold than a normal trade cart. C-Bomb says, hey, Red, you've got me squished right in the corner over here, so I'd love to be friends. Translation. Red, I don't want to be friends with you. I just need to be friends with you, and I'll kill you later. Tell me I'm wrong. Listen, you can look back to this, people, on YouTube. You can timestamp it. That, to me, is exactly what C-Bomb meant there. Didn't exactly hide his intentions. Now, I'm casting this knowing C-Bomb and how good he is, and I've seen him play 1 or 2 games. Stemple, I don't remember. I don't remember that name before, so I think Stemple is new. Again, C-Bomb, Emu, and Dominius have played quite a few. And, you know, I think experience definitely matters here. And now Red says mates. So Red is the only player who has not chatted directly to people. And when you use that little star symbol, it will say all in the chat messages, so everyone will know that that person's typing to everyone. It's obviously saying the right things, saying mates. C-Bomb's also Australian. Oh, that gets extra bonus points. If you say mates to an Aussie? Oh, that's huge. Actually, I take it back. I think C-Bomb's going to be friends with him forever. And now Orange calls him out. Orange says, who are you talking to, Red? Secret alliances. And Red says to you. So, nice save, I guess. But that obviously wasn't the case, so I'm not sure how much that's going to help. All right, so I want to see. So this market is going all the way over here. And, okay, here we go. We'll see how much gold. Guys, wait. I want you to guess. Give me a number. Twitch chat, this is your chance to look really, really smart for YouTube. You can't say that every day about Twitch chat. Give me a number. How much gold is going to be in this trade cart? I'm going with 289. Wow, some of you guys said below 100. Are you serious? 144. Okay, maybe the map's not as big as I thought. What? Why did I think it'd be so much more than that? That is a long trip. I don't even know if that's worth it. I think normal corner to corner like this is 128 or something. Someone did get 144. They must have experience on these maps. Now, it is not based on the actual journey of the cart. It is just the distance between the markets. Right? So, like, teal going to purple obviously is a very long trip because you have to go across the land, like, through the strait here. Actually, is this blocked off? Someone look up what this is. Who would have thought this area is so inconvenient in Age of Empires? I think that's blocked off. So you can't even go through there. Who built a dam there? But yeah, anyways. You know, the long distance trade will be good, but it's still like quite a trip to get over there, so. In theory, you could also trade cog here. Shouldn't change too much, but still. Actually, something I just realized is the all of the trade is accessible by Navy. Navy here, boom, denies trade. Navy here, boom, denies trade. That is a really big deal. Dominius asking for friends. C-Bomb. Again, they knew each other. And C-Bomb says, hello, Mr. Warrior. Hi, C-Bob. We're besties, obviously. What's up? Yes, of course. Duvs Cordini winning. C-Bomb says, I have a terrible sieve. Emu says, yeah. And so these two, they're in the Duvs Cord. Duvs one of my mods. Duvs got a little Discord where they're chatting it up and bonding and talking strats. This will be part of many a discussion and trash talk amongst a vocal few. I don't think Vikings are bad considering the Navy. I think you got to play that approach, though. But you could, like, in theory, just cut off all the trade from people and demand resources. Say, I will keep your trade safe for a fee. Yeah, Ace John, Emu random Teutons, or so I assume, because we had them do random Civ. I remember when T90 was in Duvs Court. I was in the Duvs Court. I still probably am there. I mean, I don't like chat there or anything. I'm not that crazy, but you know, I'm in a lot of Discords. I don't want to brag, guys, but I'm kind of a big deal. I maxed out on how many Discord servers I had recently. I'm not a nerd at all. So, green urging gray to wall. And so far, oh my god, Emu has 190 eco already? What? I just heard villagers die, so he probably deleted some. What? Well, this is what, if you're a really good player and you don't want to target on your back by, like, killing someone early, this is the best thing to do. So you go crazy eco numbers, bank up as many resources as possible, and then later on you kill villagers. Let's see. How many villagers do we have? There's 185 villagers, so yeah, most of the eco is vills. Yellow and gray and blue. Those three seem to be lagging behind, but those players are still really important. Still could be valuable allies later on, just having a tough time getting started here. I'm still disappointed that no one seems to be trading. Like, I want to see trade from C-Bomb over to Emu. But not quite seeing that just yet. Emu's asking about Sri Lanka, and Dominius says, don't know, I skipped geography class a few times. Same, brother. Same. Well, I don't think I had geography when I was like... Geography was more of like a... And maybe this is just U.S. education. But geography wasn't like a high school course for me. But I paid less attention in high school than I did in middle school. But yeah, anyways. Yellow forgot to go to Imp, but obviously will be there in time. And Yellow already has petards. Wow. Okay, so Yellow came here to play. It's going to be hard to sneakily petard somebody here. Yeah, geography was more of a primary school thing for me as well. Yeah, I also, you know what I find interesting, right? It's very easy, like, anytime I speak with geography, you have some people saying, oh, U.S. education, right? Which, of course, my education is not necessarily representative of U.S. education, but it's easy to say that. But I do wonder, because, like, you know, if you live in Europe, you probably know a lot more about Europe and surrounding areas and cities, whatever. I do wonder how many people who aren't from the U.S. know a lot about the states, right? Because there's a lot of states, 50 of them. Yeah, people probably know some of the big ones, but I think like some states people might not be able to pick out. But I'm certainly not going to be one who you want to go to for geography knowledge. Yellow trading for 39 gold a trip. Oof. I swear something's going on though. That is still worthy of more than 39 gold in my opinion, but I might just be misjudging this. Right now, C-Bomb's reached out to Blue, talking about alliances. So we've got the Great Trade Route in the north. And we have the Great Trade Route in the south. That guy, Mo, is going to be the best of friends with C-Bomb. But it feels clear, like, C-Bomb's on one side, Emu's on the other. They are going to slowly whittle down the rest of the pack. Now, I don't expect these guys to know about all that. But look at this. Dominius knows about Emu. Says, hey, blue, teal, red, and yellow. This is just to you guys. I'm worried about Emu Warrior. He's like 2K elo and highest score at the moment. And blue says, well, Emu does look strong. So, if Dominius knew that C-Bomb was already chatting up Emu, he probably wouldn't have included Emu in that. But C-Bomb, he might want to go along with Orange here in the first place. And he says, and he has Teutons, which is his best civ. So they're all chatting about Emu. And now C-Boom snitches. So C-Bomb, he joins in the conversation, right? He joins in the conversation, and then he snitches. So he's kind of letting, playing both sides here. Oh, wait a second. Red said, yes, dangerous. Emu said, what's dangerous, Red? Oh, Red screwed up. And of course, Emu already knows they're talking about him, so Emu feels comfortable calling him out. And Red said, yes, I always screw it up. Okay. Well, I mean, Emu should know anyways. I don't think this is going to come as a surprise. Teutons are rather slow, though. Like, if you want to move out across the map with Teutons, they lack husbandry, so their cav slow, their siege and infantry slow. But it's strong. You know which civilizations normally dominate these games where you can have endless resources? Good siege civilizations. Also good elephant civilizations. There is only one civilization that can go for elephants, and that would be the Vietnamese. I think that could be pretty strong. Trade is on the seas. Trade is on the lands. Still, no one has decided to trade from the east to the west, which makes me slightly sad. We will see how things go here on India. I'm looking forward to this video having 1 billion views and, probably never. But, I wanted to try real world. I'm curious, people on YouTube can let me know if there's any real world maps they really want to see. India was the one that was voted in. Okay. Don't think they're moving soon, but you might get teamed. I love how Emu says, who is they? Emu's crapping himself right now. Don't think they're moving soon, but you might get teamed. Red and who? All of them. And he's like, including green, gray, and yellow? And C-Bomb says, I can't remember. As if he can't page up. Like, if you could page up, just like I'm doing in Capture Age, and double check. Yeah. C-Bomb is playing dumb on purpose. And Emu tells him, use page up to scroll through chat if you want. And he says, I'll have to scroll up. Oh, he's going to take his time, guys. He's going to be like, oh, there's been so many chat messages. I just can't see it, bro. It's the wildest thing. I swear to God, last week it worked. If you didn't know, you can press page up, by the way. C-Bomb is talking to everyone else right now. C-Bomb has no interest in letting Emu win this game. C-Bomb wants to use this to trash talk for weeks. Because Emu is the higher ranked player. He can't have everything. He can't have a community game win as well. All right. So, C-Bomb did double check. Maybe it was honest. And Emu says, remember, you can trade to me for more gold. That feels like a loyalty thing. Like, hey, I'm here for you. Not only am I here for you, but you get more gold because of me. Don't forget it. Dominius goes to everyone, says, what's popping, my fellow Diplo backstabbers? And, Yellow is complimenting Orange's hole, which I'm not sure what he's referring to. I'm going to forget I even said that. And listen, here's a big deal. Score number 2 and score number 1 right next to each other here. And if Emu wishes to go to town against someone who's talking about backstabbing, Emu could just make this happen right now. Now, if you do that, there's always the risk that that individual's king explodes your base on a smaller map. But since this map is huge, there's less risk in some ways. Could still always send the king towards your base, though, so you have to be careful. Look at the military count. Look at the chonkiness of these wagons here. Look at some of the horses' heads. In and out, in and out, in and out. I've never seen this before. I'm sure there's some type of explanation, but I don't have it for you. It's whack-a-horse. It's not whack-a-mole. It's whack-a-wagon. Welcome to Whack-a-Wagon, a new hybrid version of whack-a-mole, which you combine with Age of... No, I'm done. Anyways, lots of military for yellow. I got distracted. Blue also has quite a bit of military as well. And we've got bombard cannons and elite janissaries. Wow, very strong army here. But again, quite slow, I would say. Green, third place with military. And green's got stables with paladins ready to go. Okay. Top two scores are going to chat to each other. Emu agrees and says, we will probably get teamed. Now, earlier, not too long ago, Emu was told by C-Bomb that Orange was discussing killing him. Green and yellow. Everyone's like kind of on high alert right now. And green calls out yellow and says, what's up with that army? Yellow's new as well. Like, I think yellow's just massing an army to have an army. I don't think yellow's trying to be sneaky here. And yellow says, my defense. Yeah, and that's precisely what I think it is. Stockpiles, guys, bottom left, if you want to see it. We have 2 players over 10,000 gold. We've got Kiki, and we've got Emu over 10,000 gold. C-Bomb quickly approaches that, though. And I'm sure some of the others will get there soon, too. Oh, Emu says, by the way, green and gray, C-Bomb is telling me orange, red, blue, and yellow want to attack us. Gray says, I thought orange was with us. Emu says, I'm not sure. Teal, C-Bomb told me. Okay. So, yeah, they thought orange was going to be on the team. But you know what I'm thinking, guys? It's like, this is immediately a very good situation for C-Bomb. He holds so much power from so far away. He's far away from everyone. No one's going to attack him for a while, most likely. And he can just, you know, even if he wants to spread lies, just say things that affects the rest of the world. Little puppet master over here, just because of position, but also his knowledge and knowing. Emu. Ah, yellow goes over to orange and says, what about Emu now? And orange, this is really smart, goes over to Emu immediately and says, yellow seems to be conspiring against you already with someone else. And Emu says, how do you know? Because, listen, orange needs purple to love him, right? Orange, he may recognize this or not, but he's not trusted. Blue is allied with everyone in his first community game, has researched treason. Treason does not show you king locations of allies, which is a bit weird because the definition of treason, you'd think actually you should be allied with them. But anyways, treason only gives you king locations of enemies, so that was a waste of 400 gold. But, you know, it happens. Not that big a deal at this point. Okay, so now Emu is going to gray and green, and remember, they're allied with yellow, but green kind of doesn't trust yellow because of the army, and is saying, he says yellow said Emu now or something. And now Emu needs more information. He's going back to C-Bomb to hear what he could, you know, what C-Bomb has to say. Orange telling me yellow wants to attack me. I see, Emu doesn't trust the information. Yeah, he says, I don't know if orange can be trusted, though. C-Bomb says they're not saying anything to me. So I will say there's a lot of honesty here. This is very honest Diplo. I think it's funny, though, that yellow was the one, like, yellow's pretty low score here. Yellow was the one to speak up. Like, he wants to fight for his team. He's ready to go. And remember, the plan was kill Emu. Like, orange was basically like, hey, everyone, we should kill Emu. Then someone goes to orange and says, hey, let's kill Emu. And he immediately snitches. I feel a little bad for yellow. Urza says, let's sit back and drink some beer and wine. I'm down for that. It's a Friday night. I have no beer or wine with me right now. And Well, we'll see how this goes. Crazy trade. This is going to be a long game. It's a freaking massive map here on India. We have no civilizations from India in this game. I am sure there is one guy named Jeff who's going to be pissed at me in the YouTube comments. Jeff, I'm really sorry. If you made it this far, though, I appreciate you. If you made it this far on YouTube, you could just say, screw you, Jeff. And then everyone will be... Actually, don't... No, just say I made it. Because I don't want some guy named Jeff after a long day. You know, life was just punching him in the face all week. And he finally has a moment to chill out. And he gets home, he loads up the video. And even in the T90 video, people say, screw you, Jeff. We don't want that. We appreciate Jeff. Okay. Blue says, listen, I'm the least talented player here. Just give me direction, right? Which is precisely what these players want. They're happy to fight for the team. And Dominia says, shall we start with Emu? Now, if I know C-Bomb, C-Bomb's going to snitch. Okay. I would like to declare something, okay? Now, I recognize that not everyone can see every video. I recognize people don't know the inner workings of the community necessarily. However, this is not the first time that C-Bomb has been snitching to his bro in a community game. Just want to put it on the record, okay? Want to put it on the record that certain players have a tendency to pass information along, and maybe they shouldn't be trusted. Now, again, it would only be if you were to see these two or maybe some others in a game. But C-Bomb, being a real one, immediately snitches and says, I'm not sure if I can help. So they're being very buddy-buddy here. Now, there's a lot of differing reports from Emu, because Emu's like, Yellow talked about attacking me. Orange told him that. So Orange and C-Bomb both told him about people trying to attack him. So he's got friends on both sides, in theory, but... We'll see how it goes. T90, this map is missing 2 Indian islands. Is it? Is this one of them? Probably not, right? It's the only island there is. Well, I mean, I think you should, you know, appeal to the devs. And while you're at it, tell them not to add the auto farming thing that they put in the pup build, because I don't know what they're thinking if that's actually real. So Emu, trying to figure this out just by, you know, picking up on clues, doesn't think C-Bomb is lying. It seems to think that Orange is going to be making a move. Now remember, yellow and green and gray... Actually, I guess it's just gray and green. They're not receiving any of this information. So, like, they can't tell Emu, yeah, what so-and-so is saying is correct, because they're not hearing it themselves. Yeah, so this is Sri Lanka, and apparently there's 2 islands missing. Where's the, what's the name of the island where the undisturbed tribe is? Well, not undisturbed. I'm pretty sure if it was off the coast of India. North Sentinel Islands. Yes, exactly. Do not take a monk to those islands, wherever they may be, and try and preach to those people. It will not end well for your monk, no matter how many monk upgrades you have. Would not suggest it. Gray, hide your army in your castle. And Gray immediately follows that order. It's wartime, but people don't want the others to know it's wartime. Well, guys, we have reached the 56th minute, and we've reached the point of the game where everyone knows there's going to be a massive battle, but no one wants to be the one to start it. I'm realizing there is a lack of wood in some areas, though. Maybe something players need to think about. Gold counts are climbing. The economy in India is booming here. 37k gold, 20k, 26k, 23k. Probably all 4 of these players think they have the most gold. Only one would be correct. I love how ready to fight certain people are here, right? Yellow's up to fight, ready to go. Blue's ready to fight. Gray and green ready to fight. They need a cause to fight for. Also, I'm very concerned because green has a Treb and Axeman there, that king is going to be sent out of the castle when the fighting begins. So Emu says gray, green, and yellow asking if we want to take out orange. Wait a second. I think Emu made a mistake. Maybe not. He says, I say if you want to do so, we can try it, yellow. Okay, so... I mean, it felt like it was going to happen this whole time. Yellow's even over here right now, ready to make a move. C-Bomb asking if this is Blue's first community game. There's been a lot of chatter. How many units have actually died? I would like to remind you all, this is a war game. We've had 0 deaths. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. But this is always how it goes, especially on the bigger maps. If you want big maps, this is going to happen. Wonder victory is possible, by the way. I could easily see a wonder victory wedged back here. Ooh, trade. Let's go. How much is this? Ooh, 141 gold per trip. That is nice. That is really nice. C-Bomb says, stick with me and we'll get you the win. Wait, hold on. So, C-Bomb said, is this your first community game? Blue said yes. C-Bomb then says, would you like to win? Blue said, it would be nice. And now C-Bomb says, stick with me and you'll get the win. And Blue says, I like the sound of that. I'll say this about C-Bomb. C-Bomb is always... Well, I don't know about always. Always is a bit extreme. But usually, C-Bomb's a pretty loyal ally. Naturally, you have to turn on people. Naturally, there has to be war. But I would say that if C-Bomb says something like that, I doubt he's going to turn around and snipe Blue. And right now, C-Bomb is saying from one side, don't trust orange. Purple is saying from the other, don't trust orange. And yellow is all up in orange's business, ready to attack. By the way, orange is 199 economy. He has population space for 1 military. That might even be his scout that he started the game with. I don't know where that would even be. So he is not pre-deleted eco. So he has space. So if they turn on them fast, he will start to take big losses. His king is in the only castle garrisoned. And it's about to go down. Orange says... Orange says, that's a lot of army in my base. I'd rather you get it out now. And yellow says, defense for you. It's just defense, bro. We're a team. And, okay, yellow turns. And you remember I said that orange had too many villagers? Well, orange is going to lose a lot of villagers. That will actually help him, though. Because then he has population space for elephants. So we finally have war. Yellow turns. And the others will notice. Red now says to blue. And red now says to orange, I attack yellow. Oh, God. Oh, I was not expecting that. Because they're neighbors here. And red hasn't chatted a lot. Okay, well, Emu is now going to turn as well against orange. Green is going to turn against orange. But yellow's going to get completely blindsided by red here. Red could potentially kill yellow. And down goes some of the towers here. And red's made a move. And we'll see if yellow has enough population space at home. Like, yellow's got so much army here. I do think, though, that orange can't survive from this. There's just too much military. There's 100 military from yellow. There's paladins from the Franks. It's 3 players against 1. And orange says, hey, I tried to be your ally. And now we have turtle ships! Whoa! Wow, we've got yellow and teal now fighting over here. And now yellow's on the move. Now, is yellow controlling this or not? The king is on the move. Does red see it? Red's first community game, I believe. Yellow's as well, and yellow pays the price. The first person to choose blood receives blood and dies. And yellow, well played to you. I mean, you stuck with your team, but you just did not expect red to come in. And nice job there from red. Now, C-Bomb does say that publicly. Nice, red, which might rub some people the wrong way. But nice job there from red. The explosion will happen. All of yellow's base will be destroyed for the most part. And that's actually really good for C-Bomb because C-Bomb was really struggling to deal with these turtle ships. These turtle ships are insane. Now, orange is in a rough spot. But orange has 100 elephants and is actually defending. And he was strong. This is the thing about strong players in these games. If you don't kill them right away, it changes how you have to look at things. And Dominius says, I'd appreciate if you pulled your army back now, Emu. And Emu doesn't have the support of yellow anymore. Green hasn't done enough yet. And that king survives. Emu says, are we going to ally? If not, it's fine. And Dominius says, sure, we can do that. And they're going to be friends again, which might send mixed signals to green and to blue as well, who are going to be fighting here. Now, I can't tell. Is blue... Okay, blue is in defense of orange, actually. Yeah, yellow kind of got caught overcommitting to that attack. Red really picked his moment. It's like he sat there, he waited until yellow left, and then made a move when yellow was least expecting it. So green, realizing that blue is attacking him, is here to clear this up. But actually, oh, guys, green could die. Because Emu isn't defending anymore. Emu does not want any of this smoke from Dominius and decided it's best for him to just let him be. But if he lets him be, then green dies. And these players are all fighting for Emu's cause. Gray's probably here to attack blue as well. And Dominius signals and says green's king. Red moving an army over here and is getting called out by C-Bomb. This is definitely something C-Bomb has a right to be worried about. I'd like to see some demo ships prepared for that. Dominius letting people know. Letting Emu know, hey, I'm not going to attack you. I'm just going to attack green. But the thing is, Emu didn't want to be teamed with Dominius, I don't think. I think he wanted green, he wanted gray to survive, but because of the strength here from Dominius, he feels like he actually has to just let him pass. And maybe tactics change now. Maybe instead of killing off orange, Emu's going to have to be allied with him. Which then means that C-Bomb might be without an ally in the long term. And that's what we thought was going to happen here. Also, salutes in chat, please. Nicholas says 800 elo over. First game, hope to do more. I guess that was yellow here. Don't stress yourself out over it. You just got surprised. You played well. You had good eco. You had good army. You had good upgrades. You committed to what your team wanted, and red just saw it and just tricked you. Yeah, that there's just nothing else to really say. I would say that maybe next time speak to someone who's next to you. So like, because I didn't see a lot of chatter to red. That's something to learn from. But red also hasn't been very chatty, so. I mean, if I'm green right now, I'm pretty upset, right? I'd be like, hey, you told me, like, you were the one saying we needed to attack orange. I attacked orange. You are now not helping me. We'll see if he realizes. And right now, Dominius and Emu already thinking about maybe dealing with C-Bomb at some point. Sorry, not C-Mom. And, you know, elephants, 420 HP with the Vietnamese. This is the composition I thought about when I said Vietnamese are good in these games. And there's bombard cannons too, and green will crumble here. I just wonder if green is ever going to say, like, hey, we got to get some help here. Sometimes they're so focused on defending that they can't necessarily think about that. Red seems to have his head on straight, though. He realizes that teal is friends with purple. And so he is attacking C-Bomb because he sees purple as the enemy. And he's telling orange this. Now, orange is currently allied with the supposed enemy, but green says, I could need some help. The only thing Emu offers is resources, which is a good compromise. But Urzus' army And here comes Gray with some army. We've got Elite Mangudai. We've got Step Lancers. This could help. It's a stronger force than what Green has at the moment. Bombard cannons aren't cheap, even if you have what feels like endless resources. But Rattans and Elephants, still pretty strong. More army's going to come in. And Blue puts C-Bomb on neutral. And C-Bomb notices it and says, WTF. I think that was a mistake from Blue. Or there's reasoning he will explain. Remember, it's his first community game, but putting someone on neutral is like a death sentence. Because you're like friends with everybody else, and then you change that friendship. And C-Bomb is this bad choice. C-Bomb is very upset. Oh boy, what have you done? I wonder why he did it though. Why did he turn him to neutral? What's the reasoning? Well, now he's declared war. C-Bomb, you got to make sure that your mouth doesn't... what's the saying? Cash a check that you can't cash... Write a check you can't cash. Like, C-Bomb, if you're double tier, you don't have support of anyone. And you're trapped, dude. You have no trade. Red has done a really good job here. Mouths can't write checks. I mean, obviously, it's a saying, man. I don't even know the saying, so here I am talking about how it's a saying. Catch me outside. How about that? Paladins from Green. Green wanted some support. Didn't get any support from Emu. None whatsoever. Emu's chilling. Pretty selfish moves from him. Because if he's on Team Orange, he should be fighting with Orange. If he's on Team Green, he should be fighting with Green. But he is on Team Emu. And he's on Team Chill. And for now, the battle rage is on. Dominius is now asking Blue for help. But Blue is now engaged in a fight against C-Bomb. What I like from C-Bomb here is he's brought in the Navy. Because he doesn't have the firepower the Saracens have with the siege. But some naval dominance could do it. Red tried to make some Navy earlier. Wasn't necessarily enough. And Emu says, I figured out why I had no pop space. I think it's probably... It doesn't seem like it's a trick, but it could be him just trying to explain why he doesn't have a lot of military right now. Let's look at stockpiles here. There's been some massive battles. Expensive battles. Dominius, still 16k gold. Emu has 77,000 gold. Gray has 24,000 gold, and we have 25,000 gold for C-Bomb. The other three, green, red, blue, really struggling. Which means C-Bomb could potentially outlast red. He could potentially outlast blue and kill both of those two. Now, he did promise blue a victory. I think that deal is off now. But it's just the trade, guys. Having that trade for long periods so valuable here. All right, so Emu says, I'm coming with siege onagers to kill the Rattans. I'm not sure if I believe that, because does he want another fight with Orange? Maybe he feels like Orange is in a weaker state than he was before. Then it would maybe make sense. Yeah, Teal teaming with Gray would actually be a sick move, right? Because, like, going this way is going to be difficult, but teaming up with Gray, maybe you hold the water as Vikings. Yeah, Gray could become one of the most important areas in the map. Gray's army running in, ready to make a move. And Green says, Gray, just to you, I'm not sure about Perp anymore. No army, and he does not attack in the north. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. Can we please salute that? Too many times, people. Too many times these big names can just chill out and lie their way through without support. But not anymore. Oh, God. Okay, we do have some support from Emu, actually. Notice how Emu turns on blue, though. He doesn't turn on orange. We'll see if Dominius realizes this. Good micro, blue. Good micro. Good stuff. Beautiful. And Emu's like, look, I'm doing something. He says, I got the Jannies. Because you don't want to be perceived as someone who's not helping. And Gray says, I mean, he's hitting blue at least. But clearly something's up here. And Gray and blue realize this. Oh! Oh, wait, what? Is green so sick of it he just wants to kill him? Huh? Was that intentional? Okay, well, the exploding king from green is inside of purple's walls. Now, purple kills it. And it looks like he's maybe prepared to do so. If he kills it, his whole base explodes. So he really needs to think about this. I think there's a chance that green misclicked because he had that king in a castle where he was producing units. Orange says, green, gray, Emu is just deleting his army in the fight. He isn't helping. We are just bleeding ourselves when he does nothing. We shouldn't fight each other but him instead. And green says, I noticed. Gray says, he's just standing next to you. Truce with orange. Okay, so they're realizing Emu is doing this. And but Emu has walled in green's king. No. No. Oh no, what an awful mistake. All right, so meanwhile, C-Bomb has this big, massive unit just kind of clogging up things and holding this position. Green said, it's the end for me. Maybe I can get blue with me. Well, you got to find your king first, bro. If you want to suicide. I don't know if it's the end for you. You have 6k gold. That's not the end. That's the beginning, dude. So green and orange are going to be allies. Man, it'd be hilarious if orange runs through. I bet you if orange knew this king was here, he would send 2 Ratans and kill green, and because it could kill purple. But now the only like real battle we're seeing is red against teal. Teal against blue. C-Bomb needs trade. That is safe, though. He has 0 gold workers. He needs to get some gold workers down to this area, I would say. Okay. Dominius says, let's attack purple together, green and gray. Us 3 can do it. Oh, God, no. Here's the funny thing. Emu knows green's king is here. So if green starts to attack Emu, Emu may decide not to even turn on him, because if you kill that king, a bomb goes off. But C-Bomb is telling Emu that they are preparing all to turn on him right now. Like, C-Bomb, good job from him because he's currently battling as well to pass that information along. Yes. How much wood is left? That's a great question. Woodworkers is very low. Seems like most of that is probably in the north. C-Bomb offering to give resources. Oh, wait, green. Oh, there was a hole. And green is leaving. Okay, he might turn now. He might actually give up his some of his base if it's out here. He'd have to do it like right now. Wow, green actually able to get out of here. Oh, man. So green panicked. Looked around, found the king, and is on the way. And is now asking Emu for resources. That's so funny. Uh-oh. 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 Red. Red! Emu comes in, or not Emu, C-Bomb. And C-Bomb's gonna kill Red. And Red is dead. And the explosion will pretty much just eliminate Red's, the evidence of Red's existence. But Red didn't like C-Bomb very much. He put up a big fight here, but C-Bomb wins the fight. Beautiful snipe from C-Bomb. Use the water dominance, move to the middle. But now we have the big one, guys. We've got... Oh, God, we had paladins. Past tense. We had paladins. Oh, not again. Oh, God. Oh, God! There were paladins. And most of them have died. There are now Mangadai, and there are Step Lancers, and most of them are going to die. You know, a lot of this, I think they have no minimum range because of the Korean team bonus. So Red lives on in spirit, but they want to kill Emu. I have to say, doesn't look too great as far as that's concerned. Green did have a couple trebs here. And so at least one castle will go down, but those siege onagers just wrecked everything. Now, we did have a bit of a castle creep here, it looks like, from Emu. He's going to start to lose these castles. Yes. But there's not a lot of siege. And actually, Teuton castles have the same range as bombard cannons. So the bombard cannons go down. Emu will have plenty of time to get over here for those traps. So honestly, considering it's a 3v1, I think things could have gone a whole lot better for green, gray, and orange here. And blue is now allied again with teal. So they realize that, you know, that whole situation has changed. Red is out of the picture now. And C-Bomb will have to slowly advance forward with the land army, but Navy could still go through here and play a role, as I mentioned before. You know what these things are called, right? This unit? They're flats and archers. That's what they're going to be. You need a different type of military here if you're orange. This is just... Oh, no. It's going to be the highlight of the day. No! Oh, I mean... Respect. He is microing down the SO. That is way better than it looked initially. The siege onagers are still really expensive. Well played from him. Is taking out the castles. That was sick. And C-Bomb says, again, across the pond, across this massive land, says, I haven't been paying attention to your situation. And Emu informs him he's being 3v1. Which means he might need help eventually. Like, you know, like he has not advanced out of his walls. Green is here now with enough trebs to maybe just take out the castle. That's what you want. At the very least, take out castles with your pushes. Emu is asking for support from C-Bomb to see if he can hit orange. We'll see if that's possible with C-Bomb being so far away. Guys, if C-Bomb and orange had swapped spots in this game, like if their starting positions were different, completely different. Suddenly Emu has one of his buds right next to him. The game becomes much easier. But the fact that his best friend was on the other side of the map, the distance has just made things so complicated here. And so, you know, maybe you need to work with people that are actually next to you. You know, maybe that's a big factor. Gray and green, they have benefited from being next to each other here. I think that's something that's hasn't been brought up enough. Now, there is a lot of army right now for Emu, and I'm sure he still has lots of resources, but it's actually just a lot of halbs at the moment, which all dies to the archers out there. And space is a problem. Oh, we have Navy from Kiki as well. So could batter down even more buildings, and Emu's down to 2 castles. Let's see if he can bring himself out of this one. This is going to be really tricky. Blue, I'm still very curious on, because I don't think he actually likes C-Bomb at all. I could be wrong. But C-Bomb says, all right, Blue, we need to hit orange now. You and me with this. We need to save Emu for now. And Blue just said, ah, man. Okay, let me know when you're ready. So I think he may be forced to do it. If he makes a move here, there's a line of defense waiting from C-Bomb. Siege onagers are getting some big hits here. Gray not realizing this. Green's also here with Axeman now. Oh, man. I mean, Emu's fighting on 2 different fronts, and this is crazy military numbers out there. But all you need is a couple paladins to snipe off the SO. And then some archers for the rest. Oh, my God. That is a lot of trebs. So C-Bomb says, I need you to attack. We can't go together. Trust. And that guy Mo says it feels like a setup. And C-Bomb says, I can kill you now if you prefer. Man, C-Bomb and Emu are the worst. They're just the freaking worst, aren't they? Listen, C-Bomb's like, hey, I'm going to help you win the game. Neutral? You'll regret that. Rah, 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 rah. Just like fucking obliterates the guy in his first game. And then Emu is playing like, hey, I'm your pal. Hey, I'm your pal. And I'm not going to help either of you. I'm exaggerating a little bit because these guys have been around for so long. They're not actually the worst, of course. But listen, you know, this is the problem when you're trying to team with someone who's on the other side of the map. You know, they've got to, you know, what word I'm looking for here? You know, you just have to play it out a bit differently. And also, I want to give some big salutes to Orange. Like, Orange's Dominius has played a sick game. He was 3v1 at one point and somehow was able to turn it into this. Really sick micro. Dominius says, after Perp dies, we go for Teal. He backstabbed us all. And that guy Mo says, Teal wants to hit you. He threatened me. I don't like that. Wow. If you were to look at the ratings of the players, Emu would certainly be at the top. C-Bomb probably not too far behind. But these two, they have not had the most success based on, well, what we maybe would have thought based on the early play. But most of the trebs go down here from Dominius. Emu and C-Bomb not going to go down without a fight. And Blue is to be careful, because if Blue does fight back against C-Bomb, he might not be able to win. So I don't know if it'd be fair to call these two villains per se. But, you know, these two players certainly made it interesting. It makes me sad to see Gray not making Mangadai, because Mongols have a bonus against Siege with their Mangadai, and it would be really helpful against the Siege Onagers. But, yeah, Siege Onagers are getting their value, getting tons of kills, but still Emu has got very little space left. Just bodies after bodies after bodies thrown away to the slaughter. So, I'm going to point something out that I didn't think about in a while. Where is Orange trading, guys? Oh! Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God! Okay, so Orange is trading to C-Bomb. So, as this is happening, he is losing his trade. Here comes Teal. He walks right through, and he wants to kill Orange. This almost worked. It feels like the king was able to relocate. C-Bomb is telling Blue to attack, but it doesn't seem like the king is going to be killed just yet. I think Orange is going to be able to defend. The elephants come out. Dominius survives. And then here, he's clearly distracted, and so he's going to lose a lot of his Ratons. But actually, Micros it decently enough. Will survive. And Emu says, ally me, and I'll give you 10k gold. That's not too bad. And Dominius, he turns it down. He says, not worth it. Wow. I don't think Blue wants to attack. Guys, Blue does not want to attack at all. He wants so badly to fight against C-Bomb, but he would have to fight alone, and I'm sure that terrifies him. That guy Mo says, I'm building his trusty. 1 sec. Okay, so he says that to Teal. C-Bomb is getting impatient. He says, my trust is built. The Green still tries to continue to break down Emu and what Emu has left. Oh, man, this is putting so much pressure on Mo. Dominius says, brother, I'm bleeding here. Wow, this would be something else. C-Bomb is asking Emu to run to him. What an escape that would be. I don't think that's necessarily doable. He does have spies, apparently. He spent 30k gold on spies so he can see everything his enemies can see. So he could assess the situation. He may consider fleeing. He says, they were denying docks with cannon galleons. I'm making ships now, then I run to you. Yo, wouldn't that be crazy? If Emu can make it over here, I don't know what that does for them necessarily, but that would be sick. This map has actually turned into be something else, but they are running low on wood. Everybody is. Remember the trade, guys. Emu had water trade. That water trade has all gone down. Probably to this castle. This castle's killed 61 units. All eco. So that was all trade from Emu. He does still have 48 gold banked. Or 48k gold banked. Very big difference. And gold workers. Green is 36. Gray is 33. Dominius still has 14. Blue still has 10. So the like Emu Bomb or Sea Warrior players do have gold workers. Let's see what happens. Still a big fight back here from Emu. This is a great army composition from him. Halbs in front. Siege Onagers behind. That's the way to do it. But Green will kill all the SO. Gray will kill the rest of the Halbs. And these are still expensive losses, man. C-Bomb trying to convince the others to back off. He says, hey, guys, you've killed Emu. Orange looks unstoppable without an alliance against him. And Gray is turning on C-Bomb. Wow. So just as C-Bomb is trying to convince Gray to back off his pal so they could find out a plan for the long run, he actually turns and almost kills him. C-Bomb's king survives. C-Bomb's going to show up and use the bombs of the sea to win back water. And oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Emu died at the same time. Emu, wait. No way. The guy who said, I don't like him anymore. The guy who originally looked up to Emu as his hero uses a demo raft to demo down the transport ship, and Emu's king sinks and dies in the sea. Dang. Dominius is so hyped. He says, nice. Let's take down Teal. Down with the backstabbers. Yo! Oh, man, what a great game. What a great game. I mean, with Emu out of the picture, suddenly Blue is going to have Orange in support, and Blue is going to be able to take that fight that he's been wanting to take for so long against C-Bomb. This gets interesting now. This gets really interesting. Like, C-Bomb, I think, is the next player to die. Maybe he has some, like, trick up his sleeve, but from what I've seen, he's just not going to be able to do this on his own. He's limited in some ways with the Viking civilization. Orange has gained a lot of trust, right? It is not often that you see a top score player at this point in the game have that trust. Normally, people are looking to backstab somebody. But because Emu and C-Bomb were the biggest threats, and because Orange helped against all of that, Orange is seen as the true leader right now. C-Bomb says, trying to talk his way out of it. He says, guys, I'm Vikings and I'm stuck in a corner. You don't need to 4v1 me. Orange says, sounds like a non-issue to me. And Green says, but we can. So clearly, C-Bomb and maybe some of the axe or, lack of action from Emu has, talked themselves into the corner here. And Green says, Orange was honest. I owe him one. Yeah. I mean, Emu never did anything that was mean, per se, like, directly to Gray and Green. But what he did do was he wasn't backing... It's so crazy. He wasn't back... He took the alliance with Orange, and then thus didn't honor the alliance with Green and Gray to defend them against Orange. And then what ended up doing was Orange realized there was an opportunity to steal them as allies and said, hey, he's not even supporting you. Come with me. And it's worked wonderfully so far. C-Bomb's going to have to make a play here. C-Bomb is probably realizing he's in a really bad spot. Orange says, Blue, I'm moving army past your base. I will not attack you. Blue says, I trust. I swear on my puppy. His name is Epic, and he's sleeping on my foot right now. And then Gray says, aw, what kind of puppy you have? I love how there's this little side conversation in the midst of this awful battle. Yeah, screw you, rah! Ooh, what kind of puppy do you have? It's a mini schnauzer. Aw, we got an Aussie Labradoodle this week. Aw, cute. They're so cute. Meanwhile, blood and guts and the taste of betrayal. That was a really funny moment. Oh, God, the stampede is here. The stampede is here. Oh, no. All of your sins are coming back to haunt you, C-Bomb. And let's face it, a lot of Emu's sins as well. I mean, really good value from the fight. Killed a lot of expensive units here. But there is just so much coming. The Navy will maybe be the trickiest thing for them to kill right now, but the Mangudai are helping with that. And oh my God. Okay, you've got to run, C-Bomb. This is insane. You have to somehow find a way. Maybe you demo this stuff and you find a way to get out of here with the king. I don't know how you do it. Is he going to try and escape here? Oh, run. Dead. C-Bomb is dead. Gray gets the kill. And now there are 4 left, and these 4 really care about each other. I think it is rare that 4 people are remaining, and I have no clue where it's going to go. Explosion will obviously happen. But, like, if there was ever a case for, like, a 4-person allied victory, this might be it. Like, Orange saved Gray and Blue. Gray and Green in a way he didn't have to. I guess blue wasn't necessarily saved by orange, but it always felt like he's been there for him. No one seems to have any idea on what we do. Like, maybe in some ways, I could see gray and green going against the other two because they were together from the very start. Green says, I would prefer blue now. Which makes sense because they never really had any interactions with blue. And actually, some of the fights they had with blue, it was weird because blue was defending orange. Ugh. I think it's safe to say that this is as close as it comes to me wanting like a allied victory situation. This is a true allied victory situation, I think. Green says, I would prefer blue now, although it would be better to turn on you, orange. And orange says, I would prefer if you didn't. It's hard when everybody left has honor. Oh, C-Bomb. C-Bomb and Emu. Look what they brought out of these people. Dominius says, I was thinking of, what is this? I was thinking of some game we can play with the four of us. And Urza says, end blue and sink in a transport ship. Oh, they want to kill off blue first. That's funny. So romantic. Yo, Grubby, what's up, man? Do we all have bombard cannons? No, some of them do. They're thinking of a plan. They might sail off into the sunset here. Truthfully. They might sail off into the sunset. Hop into a transport ship, sink it. But here, listen, this is how things go. Oh, I didn't notice that Grubby raided. Oh, I was like, why? Grubby's in my chat. Salutes in chat, please, for Grubby viewers. Welcome. You're witnessing the very end of a very, very emotional community game where we had teal and we had purple scheming to kill off all the others, and the people figured it out, and now no one wants to kill the other. Now, here's the deal. When this happens, okay? When people feel like it is a time where they must just do something that is ceremonious out of respect for each other. I love the idea, especially in this situation. However, the longer you wait, the more impatient people become, okay? I get it. Perfect situation. They're talking about it now. Green says 10 by 10 arena. Everyone is king inside and one treb outside. They're going to have some type of a duel. But I would say that if this takes another 30 minutes, I'm going to get to the point where I'm like, okay, you guys can kill each other now. So let's see what happens. We're going to have potentially an arena in the middle. A little bit of false advertising from Green. He did say 10 by 10. That is clearly 12 by 12, but it's all the same. And there's clearly these people trust each other. They've been through the world together. But when you actually have to bring your king to what could be the slaughter field or house or pit or arena, suddenly the trust might start to fade a little bit. So let's see what happens. Blue says I'm down. This is apparently going to be it. This is in the middle of India. I joked that I joked that we did Real World India because I want this video to hit 1 billion views on YouTube. This actually is worthy of 1 billion views. Of all my videos, this community game has been epic. Let's hope it finishes off strong. Let's see if these guys actually trust each other enough to run to the middle. Blue's random bombard cannons here make me think that Orange might not trust him. I think Blue just simply forgot about them. But there is the arena. They're apparently going to bring one treb each and bring the kings into the middle. C-Bomb in chat says, I would snipe so hard in this situation. It would be pretty epic. It would. And C-Bomb, if there was one player that would do it here, I think we all know who would, right? Dominius would do it. Even though this particular game paints a different story, and that, you know, Dominius has been that very helpful ally. He's done an amazing job with his diplomacy. I think the one player that would actually do it would be orange. We know it's not green. Green built the walls. Green's king is like, all right, guys, I'm ready. All right, let's do it. Let's go. Green, can you please finish this wall, please? You're missing the corner. It's really... Okay, she's going to go finish it. Thank God. What happens if one king blows at the red? Oh, true. It's exploding kings. Oh, shoot. I somehow forgot it was exploding kings. Yeah, so I don't know how long this is going to take for one king to get hit. But if a king gets hit, yeah, if a king gets hit, oh, here we have the escort. Nice. Guys, get it together. Get back in your box. There we go. Blue knows how to do it. All right, green already made it. Blue now escorting the king to the middle. Oh my God. Orange says, blue, do you trust me? And blue turns right around. Blue turns right around and stops. And he's like, hold. And he says, yes. This does not say yes. This does not say yes. This says no. Oh, boy. This wasn't going to be the ending we expected. Call in the cavalry. Yep, he's brought in more men. And Blue wants to know what's up. He says, are you thinking of sniping? Now, at what point does Green look at this and be like, I'm awfully lonely here. Oh, no. Green, run. Don't trust him. Run. Delete your wall. Run. Get out of here. Oh, no. Oh, where's he going? He's got to head towards Blue. Okay. Here I thought they were going to sail off into the sunset. Actually, Green is going directly towards Orange's base. If he keeps running, he could maybe take Orange out with him, but he's certainly dead. He's definitely dead, and yeah. Green is dead. I mean, Green trusted him. Like I said, if there's one player that would do it, it would be him. Green is dead. Gray is never going to the middle in the first place. And Dominius says, against Gray, let's go. And obviously an explosion will happen here. Where's Gray at right now? Gray hasn't said anything. Maybe Gray... Did Gray have the same idea? Gray's king never left his base. It almost felt like he had the same idea. Like he wanted to kill everybody. But the only person that was killed was his, his best chance at a teammate. He says, well then... And he turns on Blue, and he turns on Orange. But from what I can see, I don't know if Kiki has what it's going to take to beat two people. Orange wants that victory for himself. Now, thinking ahead, let's say Gray does die. It's going to have to be very timely for Blue. I think Orange would deserve this victory and then some. It's been a crazy game. Everything he was saying to people, right? Everything he was saying to people was being passed along to the others, right? He talks to C-Bomb, C-Bomb tells Emu. He tells Emu, Emu tells C-Bomb. And he didn't know that. And I think he, in some ways was being honest. Blue does still have these cannons here. I don't know how he's getting them to move like that. Can you patrol bombard cannons? I don't think I've ever done that in my life. Someone says Gray and Blue should work together. Only way to win it. Yeah, true. But Blue is still in honor mode, right? Like Gray, his faith in humanity is lost. His best friend is dead, and Orange is against him now. So Gray, obviously, he's going to want to do that. But Blue has had Orange's support the entire time. And Blue is his first community game ever. Like, as far as he's concerned, Orange has had his back always. Oh, no freaking way. No freaking way. Okay, so Gray is recognizing something and acting on something that so many people struggle with. And he recognizes he's not going to win this. He is going to die to this eventually. And so, with that in mind, he wants to die on his own terms. Guys, what a game. Like, You were here. You're watching this. This game is just incredible. This has been unreal. And the biggest thing now is, will Orange research treason? Because it is very likely he will want to. Now, funnily enough, Green's trade is actually giving him vision. So he may see this castle with the flag and think that's it. That's actually huge for Gray. Because if there's no reason for him to research treason, if he thinks the king is there, then he won't get that notification. Now, I find a Blue's cannons here interesting because Orange must have noticed this. He hasn't asked Blue to move them. But, it does maybe make... Like, Orange might be thinking the next move for Blue is to turn on him. And Gray is really looping. I mean, he's even escorting now. But it's so tough because you need to also take semi-decent fights to act, give some form of resistance here. Ooh. Oh, Gray also needs to kill these Cavalier from Blue, too. Ooh. This is trickier than I thought. There's the king. All right. Dominius also adding trade right now. He's trading down this way. Oh, that one Cavalier is such a big problem here. Gray might not move until this Cavalier is killed, because he doesn't want to be sniped there. Right, don't send land army. No, he's sending the land army to kill that Cav. That's my guess. Oh, man, he's going to have to make a move soon. Oh, whoa. Gray is here. Huh? Gray is here, and he's going to try and kill the king this way. Not going to work. He came out of nowhere. Nice attempt, though. And Orange will maybe notice that, and Orange would be like, aha, his desperate attempt has failed. I am safe. God, I hate this Cavalier so much. This Cavalier brings me so much pain in life. Why does that have to exist? Why can't that not be there? Market went down, so Orange won't have vision there. Gray, you've got to move. I actually think Gray is not sacrificing his king. I think he wants to survive. Doesn't seem like Orange wants to backstab Blue at all. Gray, you're going to die. The only question is, how do you die? There are other things you can think about, like maybe a wonder victory. That's not realistic with these resources. Gray needs to make his move. And he killed it. Okay, he killed it. So now he might make his move. I mean, he's starting to lose his base. He's lost a lot of his life. A lot of his base. So now I think is when Dominius might get suspicious. Because there's like no army in support. There's no resistance whatsoever. You start to think it's getting awfully quiet around here. Still not moving. Now they see this castle with a flag on it. There's no king there, obviously. They'll find that out in a moment. And then there's this castle with the flag on it. These are just trade cogs for Gray, not demos. Gray still not moving. Gray hoping for a chance at the king. And Dominius just researched treason and signals it. That's the problem. It got too quiet. He said, something's up here. And now the king position was revealed. Now, Gray will have heard the wong or the twang or the whatever the noise is. He heard it. So you're notified. And now he's going to move. And Blue says, let's clear his base, then build navy. And really, this is your last chance here if you're Gray. You just got to YOLO directly in towards that castle and try and kill Orange. Here's the prediction here. Orange is too good. He will not die to this. Even if, the king goes off beneath these castles, the countdown will be enough time for Orange to leave. I think Orange and Blue should recognize that there's no king here. They obviously know the king was on the water. And there's a lot of stuff happening here, right? Here goes Gray. So I think the second you hear that Gray is defeated, you look at your base and you should see the, the animations. And there's treason again. There's treason again. The king is on the way. He got the vision of it. Grace has stopped that, but this will be the end for Gray. No. And this will not lead to Orange going down. It was such good recognition from him. But again, Gray needed to do it right away. Basically, Gray waited too long. But it's like, It's really tough to be overly critical about it because a lot of players don't even go this far. So I salute you anyways, Gray. But in order to get a player like Orange who's played so well, you just pretty much got to go directly there with no hesitation in the corner. Obviously, some time to get away here. And yeah, it's true. Orange's third time my base gets blown. Yep. And now it's orange and blue, which as far as blue's concerned, it was his truest ally. And I mean, it was just such a great game. Such a great game. I find it interesting. I'd have to ask Gray. Maybe Kiki would be in chat. And Gray, I'm curious on if you were considering killing Green. I'd love to have that intel. Green just took it hook, line, and sinker. Green was like, this is ceremonious. I don't want to. We're all so great. And anyways, 2 players left. Orange says, you know what I've always wanted to do? Blue says, what's that? And Dominius says, sail into the sunset and delete the transport ship. He didn't specify that he would be in the transport ship. So, okay, in these moments, as Blue is like, well, you carried me, you know, blah, blah, blah. In these moments, as Blue says, Red, we made it, buddy. Even though Red has been dead for most of the game. I have always wondered if someone would, like, get into the transport ship with their own king. And then hop out real quick and then delete it. What a crazy game. Name of the video equals trust. Well, there was a lack of trust. There was a whole lot of trust. Depending on the time. Where's this transport ship? I think Blue might just give it up. I think Blue feels unworthy. But Blue... Like, I respect any result from this point from Blue. Blue is obviously not as skilled as Orange. At least that's what I would say based on what I've seen. I love how Orange is trying to get last little bit of trade in here. But Blue doesn't seem like he has a lot of fight in him. He says, I didn't think I'd make it this far. To be honest, I thought Teal was going to kill me. Understandable. Also understandable that Orange wouldn't think he was going to survive based on, you know, everything that was happening. And Blue's king box. Well, good news. There is a almost, you know, there's a partially used king box in the middle. And there's a really good deal. There's a really good special on this king box. No kings died inside of this king box. The walls are fortified. All you need to do is you need to just build 2 layers of wall yourself, and you've got a perfectly good king box. Blue feels... Look at Blue. Blue feels so bad about Red. Said, Red, we did it, buddy. I regret not helping Red sooner. Man, Blue is a true friend. Orange says, how did he die? Blue, the true friend he is, to be honest, I don't know. Okay, well, maybe not true friend, but, you know, his heart has changed, you know? If he had another chance, he would do it all differently. Okay, where's this transport ship at, Orange? Blue says, I don't think I deserve the win, probably over the guilt over Red. It seems like he really feels bad about it. And honestly, I mean, Orange has had an amazing game. Blue is kind of a support character. If he doesn't want to fight, that's fair. I mean, I think, you know, a lot of people like to see that, but I think that Blue clearly has a lot of respect for people who've been there for him, like Red. And obviously, I think a bigger one would be Orange in this case. And so the king is just... He's trying to talk to all of his men before he goes off. He started with the men towards the south. Now he's heading back over. He's like, oh, and James. Oh, James, how I believed in you since you were a young lad in training. Please, look at me, James. Look at me. And he's like, I can't bear to look, master. This is horrible. You told us never to give up. I cannot watch. But... I love the box formation from blue. Oh, wait, now he's got to talk to somebody else. He's like, hey, where's Marcus? Where's Marcus? Where's Marcus? Did we lose Marcus? Oh, no, we lost him. I can't find him. Is that him? Nah, it's freaking Jim. Oh, I'm out of here. I got to go find Marcus. Marcus, is that you? Marcus, why were you not in the box? Can somebody freaking kill a king here? This is a great video. Both of you. Stop twiddling your thumbs, guys. This has been quality. Come on. Blue says, I'll give this to you. Come vanquish my king. All right. At least one more big fight. Bro, you're taking out town centers with light cap. That's been your big fight. It's been a great game. You both played amazing. Let's not ruin it. Blue doesn't want to fight back. Orange doesn't want to do a ceremony. So someone must die. Now, Orange, I think maybe out of respect is like, hey, maybe we can do like a big fight. Orange, clearly a big fan of very, very long games where the caster has to be incredibly creative, Marcus, and keep things entertaining. And maybe we will have one more big fight. Where Blue says, hey, I'm in the middle. Let's go. Look at this, though. We've got the box. And we've got the TIE fighter. Well, that's not a TIE fighter. TIE fighter. Sorry. Wrong aircraft. I was thinking of, what am I thinking of? What freaking, space? No, not space. Freaking, oh, God. See, this is what happens if you don't kill Blue. Fighter jet. Thank you. I don't remember the name. I don't really know fighter jets. Orange says, making my own army now. Okay. All right. I wonder who's going to win this fight. Oh my goodness, the suspense and the horror. The massive 420 HP elephants and the rats and archers with high pierce armor from the player who has more army and also has his king inside of a castle. That against the guy who's way out in the open, no fortifications, and his king is in the midst of battle. Oh, whatever shall happen here. I don't know. Look at the respect these guys have for each other, by the way. Gray is still here. Gray is in heaven. And he is still talking about how Green was such a good friend. All right. Well, guys, this is suspenseful. I, for one, am really curious on how this is going to go. I think it's going to be a very close fight. It's a really tough one to call, but listen, I'm going to tell you this. Beyond how close this fight is going to be, all jokes aside on the ending here, Blue and Orange have had each other's back for a long time. It's been a great game from them. If Orange does come out victorious, again, I think it's undecided. Orange had a sick game, right? We had two big-name players weaving their webs of lies, right? And at one point, well, at multiple points, there were explosions in Orange's base. Didn't have as much gold as some of the other players, didn't have as many allies as some of the other players at times, but made some good Diplo plays. And, God, I mean, for the love of... Guys, seriously, you got to look, just watch a couple of the end of these games and just get a feel for the timing, please. I love you both. I love you both. And I appreciate it's a Friday night. You have no plans for the rest of the night. I guarantee it. Neither do I, to be fair. But, I mean, sheesh, Louish, man. You know, you look at YouTube analytics and you get to see when people skip ahead in videos. It doesn't feel great. That's all I'm saying. Okay, here we go. They're going to fight. The villagers are fighting back. How will the fight go? We've got ratons, we've got elephants, and we've got villagers. And as I expected, or perhaps implied, there is absolutely no chance here for Blue. Like, the army from Orange is just so much stronger. And it's going to be a stomp. Orange gave him that final fight, that final chance. But there's not only more army here for Orange, but I think superior army. Camels don't do enough bonus damage against elephants to really do much against 420 HP. And the game is going to end here. But it was a great fight, as Orange says. And the king for Blue will go down. And what a game. It was seriously one of the more unique games we've had in a long time. What a sick job. I can't remember when we've had that before. You see, because in a normal game, guys, what happens is players usually make alliances based on the strength of players, but mainly the position of players, right? Gray and green being right next to each other, they became friends. Orange and blue right next to each other, they became friends. That's normally how it works. And on a map this big, there's even more reason to do that because teaming with someone, working with someone across the map it's awkward, right? It's awkward. Now, here we had the unique scenario where Emu Warrior and C-Bomb know each other very well. They're of similar skill level, and they felt like us against the world, we can make that happen. And so they kept working together from afar. They were never really able to directly help each other, though, which obviously played its role. But man, oh man, like it's still so sick how Orange, like at one point, Orange was being attacked by purple, being attacked by green, and being attacked by gray. And because Emu he was threatened enough by Orange where he didn't want to continue attacking him, and he was just kind of faking attacks so gray and green would do the work for him. That became obvious. Gray and green, to their credit, realized that. Orange then pointed it out and said, hey, just so you know, Emu isn't fighting with you. And so they killed him. So, well played. You know, in the event that anyone gets emotional on, oh man, these top two guys, C-Bomb, Emu Warrior, picking on people. I absolutely loved it. Like, I love it even more though that people were able to, what's the word I'm looking for? Call them out, right? Too often the top players can do that stuff and they can use that teamwork and they don't get called out. Here's the res collected here. Dominius, Emu, both collecting lots of resources. Of course, Trade Profit, the big one. But what Emu didn't have is a true friend that trusted him. Or actually he did, but he was on the other side of the map. So maybe it would work on a smaller map or with slightly different civilizations. But GG, well played. I pretty much said everything that I wanted to say in the final 10 to 15 minutes of this game. So for those that watched later on YouTube, and of course here on Twitch, I hope you enjoyed. Hope the commentary was awesome. I'm going to remember this one for a long, long time. GG.